Now we move overseas to the war in Gaza. For 2 weeks now, the fighting's been going on in and around a tiny strip of land, less than 1/10 the size of the state of Rhode Island. It's, of course, a huge flashpoint between Israel and the Palestinian population. Today, the fighting continued without any let-up. Our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, reports tonight from Rafah, Egypt, on the Gaza border.
Israeli troops made their deepest advance yet into Gaza, today storming to just a mile from the center of Gaza City. But as Israel moves to flush out Hamas militants from buildings and bunkers, the UN said today 4,000 Palestinians have been injured. The director of the Red Cross today visited a Gaza hospital.
I wanted to see this hospital, see the work that is being done, and I can only say it is really very sad.
On Gaza's border with Egypt, aid workers moved quickly, nervously. While loading cases of blood and supplies, they watched Israeli jets pound suspected Hamas tunnels. Tons of medicine has crossed into Gaza from this point in Egypt today. But even as the humanitarian aid is flowing, we've been seeing Israeli jets bombing targets just a few hundred yards away. Israel estimates it has now destroyed more than 200 tunnels Hamas used to smuggle roughly 10,000 rockets and mortars into Gaza in the past 2 years. Israel suspects there are still 100 more, but its window to act may be closing. Arab television networks, including Al Jazeera today, described Israel as attacking a captive population. But Israeli officials claim Hamas's leadership is in disarray, and it isn't firing as many rockets. With Hamas on the ropes and anger against Israel growing, diplomacy is gaining momentum. Egypt and Saudi Arabia's leaders met today, and Israel is sending its top negotiator to Cairo Thursday to join the ceasefire talks, as outrage in the Arab world intensifies over the war in Gaza. Richard Engel, NBC News, on the Egypt-Gaza border.